Bring the coziness of your home outside with a beautiful patio pillow. Using striped fabric allows you to get a mitered square design, plus a zipper closure means you can use pre-made pillow forms. Let's take a look at the supplies you'll need for this summer project. To get started, you'll need a 16-inch square pillow form, 1 yard of outdoor striped fabric, a 12-inch zipper, and all-purpose thread. You'll also need paper and sewing scissors, straight pins, seam ripper, pattern paper, ruler, pencil, iron, and your sewing machine and zipper foot. First, we'll need to make our pattern. Draw a square that's 17 inches by 17 inches. This is our pillow dimensions plus 1 inch added for seam allowance. Take your ruler and draw a diagonal line connecting the opposite corners. Using your paper scissors, cut out on the pattern line so you end up with 4 triangles. Your fabric should be a single layer when you lay out your 4 triangle patterns. The stripe should be going horizontally across the triangles and lined up so that the stripe pattern looks exactly the same from triangle to triangle. Pick a line as your guide as you line up the bottom of each triangle. After pinning them in place, cut out your fabric triangles. Lay out the triangles in a square to make sure you're getting the mitered square design. Pick 2 adjacent triangles. At the shared edge, pin the right sides together, making sure the stripes match. Repeat for the remaining 2 triangles. At your sewing machine, sew a seam along each pinned edge using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Press your seams open with a hot iron. Now pin the pair of triangles together and sew another 1/2 inch seam at your sewing machine and press the seam open. Use your square as a pattern to cut another square from your fabric, or repeat the previous steps if you want the mitered design to be on both sides. Take the front pillow and back pillow and pin right sides together on one side only. Take your zipper. You can use a regular zipper or an invisible zipper like me and place it on the pinned edge. Center the zipper and at the zipper stops, mark with X'd pins. Start sewing a 1/2 inch seam allowance with a regular length straight stitch. When you get to the X, do a back stitch to lock the stitch off. Between the X's, switch to a basting stitch and continue sewing the basting stitch until you get to the next X. When you get to that X, then you switch back to a regular length straight stitch and finish the seam. Press the seam open and then lay your zipper right side down in the basted section, making sure the center of the zipper is centered on the seam. Pin or use 2-sided sewing tape to keep the zipper in place. Use a zipper foot to sew as close to the zipper teeth as you can. You want to sew all the way around the zipper using a regular length stitch, but the top of the zipper might be hard, so just do your best to get as far as you can. We'll finish that up in a bit. With the seam ripper, carefully remove the basting stitches. If you weren't able to sew around the top of the zipper previously, just unzip the zipper halfway, and you should be able to finish sewing around that end of the zipper. Now we'll finish sewing the remaining 3 sides of our pillow together. Line up front and back, right sides together, pin and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance on 3 sides. Just make sure the zipper is halfway open during this step. After sewing your seams, cut off the corners of the pillow, but make sure not to cut your stitches. Through the zipper opening, flip the pillow right side out and press. Now insert your pillow form, and when you're done, zip the zipper closed. Here's my new finished patio pillow. It looks great on both the front and the back. Depending on where you place your triangle patterns at the beginning, you can get different looks even with the same fabric. Try one and share a picture with us. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to get notified of our weekly releases. Also check out ProfessorPincushion.com to view our complete library with well over 350 sewing tutorials. If you would like to directly support us, you can check out our Patreon campaign and earn some exclusive perks. Thanks for watching.